Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome back, everyone. We're looking at a daily chart right now on Bitcoin. And as you can see, yesterday we went right into the 55 and closed at resistance. It also was a lower high than the previous day. But then as soon as we opened, we actually breached that previous day high. Still didn't break over the high of yesterday and then found rejection, and we are actually now on the bottom of yesterday's body and chasing that wick basically. So the goal of today is we are going to be trading in between the range. Let's see if I even have it marked. I don't. I don't, but I will do it for us right now because this is from our short. I'm going to erase all these lines and do this for you guys from scratch. So as you can see right now, what is going on in the daily, ooh, get the whole thing out of there. Okay, so we are basically trading the daily right now, and we have to break above this level right here. Make this white. We'll lock it. So if we can't break above 20,500 today with the 4-hour open and close, more than likely we're going to roll over to the downside, okay? Because we've already been here for 3 days and we weren't able to break this level. This was the same level that we had resistance at before. And if you look at our fib here, this level is where we found the most resistance, as well as our fib, our 55 EMA. It was a previous level of rejection, this 20,400 and then 20,800. So basically, if we can't break above 20,500, we are basically looking for lower. And you have to have a 4-hour open and close above this level before we can look for the extensions, like 20,800, 21,000. It was like 21,001 or 200, something like that. And then basically, when those levels are claimed, we can look for the 100 EMA, which is around 22,100. As I said, nothing until we close above this, okay? Next is the downside. If we go to the downside and we can't hold this level right here at 19,670, 19,700, more than likely we will flush to the downside. Okay, that's just basically the last level of support, which is right where the 21 and 9 EM are converging. If this price action gets under it and closes it, you will see a much faster move to the downside. Once we lose this level here, 19,000 is going to be your last level of support, which is encompassed by this white line. And then once you get into this two white line area, this is the golden pocket right here, this 18,500. That's the last level of support on this whole local consolidation. Once you lose this level, more than likely is you're going to gun to the lower levels. And once you lose 18,000-ish, basically 100 level, the target for this whole extension will be all the way down here, around 15,800 to 15,000. So be ready for this because these other levels at 17,006 or whatever is basically our previous low. And I'm not looking for a support bounce on 17.6, so maybe 17.5 will save us. But more than likely, we've been trying to take the liquidity in this area for a while. We'll flush all the way to the downside and take it. That's only if today we can't close a 4-hour open and close above 20,500. And worst case scenario, if we pull back, we don't want to close under 19,700 with a 4-hour open and close. Okay? Because then what will happen is this little bear flag will actually play out. I don't know if you can even see it, but it is something like this. And it's not bullish, and this should be to the wick. So something like this is kind of going on. Let's make it a different color, orange. And which way it breaks, no one will know until it does. So like a channel, if you want, you know, get that out of here. Oops. right, guys. I would say something like this. There you go. That looks nice and neat. So it looks like we're consolidating in this channel, and if now we're already rejecting off the mid of the channel, so going to the bottom makes sense. Losing this 18,000, 19,000 level on this channel will give you the measured move right to the downside. And you're going to look for that support bounce in this area, which is also dangerously close to the wick of this entire drop. Losing this low, you're going to go much, much lower. Okay. So get ready for this move. Today might be the day that this starts to kick off. Yesterday, I was expecting much more of a volume push, but we kind of just went sideways, which was not ideal. But hey, nobody lost too much money. On the 4 hour on Bitcoin, as you see, we are tracking along that channel we drew. We are fighting each EMA level right now. Like I said, above 20,500. If we can't get there, short the crap out of it. You can use 20,550 to 20,600 as your stop loss. Once you get the pullback, you're looking for a profit at 19.9 to 19.7. If we break between 19.7 to the downside with the 4 hour open and close, you're looking for much lower. Hopefully, you'll find the support on the golden pocket, but if not, you're going to have to look for those lower extensions. And if it comes time to these levels, you should be very, very careful because our previous low is over there, and I don't think we're going to just like double tap that area and not break it. So just be very, very cautious on that, okay? So that's what we're looking for on Bitcoin. And like I said, all the values, these exact values are right here. And then right here is the block that we're trading at today. It's right between 19,007, 20,500. You could take your shorts here, longs here. Once we break above here and we use this as support, you can long. Once you break under here and use this as resistance, you can short to the downside. So you have your targets. All right. And then like if we do start pumping up out of here and you're like, hey, where do we take profit from our long over here? Well, you have some profit right here at 26,688, some at 2104. You can even take some at this EMA at 20,800. I definitely would say 20,800. I hate 20,800 level. That's the one that I took a loss on. It was this over here when I was scalping along and I took this loss. I got stopped out of it right here, right here. So don't expect this level to just be clean. You might find a little bit of resistance right here. And if you look at this where I got hurt and then you look here, our EMAs are exactly at the same level. So just expect something over here in between these two fib extensions of this consolidation of the flow right over here, okay? That, and then the next thing is over here around 22,250-ish, because that would be like the test of this previous high, and your other EMAs are coming in here. So going sideways here and not breaking down will give you the opportunity to break up higher and then find your resistance higher. But you have to go sideways and not break the low. Use this 200 as support. So anything above 19.7 today is a good chance for us to go sideways and up into the daily close. All right, so be warned and careful about that. Let's go now to our daily on Ethereum because I want to make sure I get back to the member side. Here is our Ethereum. So same thing I did on that other chart, I'll do it over here. We got the daily chart here. We have a fib encompassing our area of interest. The channel is wrong. Oh, it's not wrong. It's just not encompassing the lows properly. I guess this was an older chart. There you go. That's fine. I'll leave that alone. Let's change that color to other color. Cool. So now we can see that these levels of interest I had before, we can let these all go. Ethereum didn't even get to the higher resistance. It failed right off the middle of the mid line of the channel, just like Bitcoin. If you look at Ethereum right now, we're finding resistance right at the 21 EMA. We've been at this level for 3 days in a row now. This is where we found all our rejections also coming into a lower high scenario. So today is important that Ethereum actually do something. Otherwise, we're going to just probably roll over to the downside. Here is the Ethereum play. We want to basically be above 1380. Anything under 1380 is a downside uh, warning. And then I would say right here, between these two levels, there's nothing you should be too concerned about. You should be looking to long around 1300, 1310-ish, 1315-ish, and you should be looking to short around 1380. Until we break above 1380 with a 4-hour open and close and hold it and then go up, there's no reason for you to look for higher. And until we break under 1300 and have a 4-hour open and close, there's nothing for you to look for lower because we're consolidating between the two EMAs. This 9 EMA and the 21 EMA is kind of guiding our action and squeezing, but this is not a bearish stance. When it does this and goes sideways, it gets ready to break to the next level. So don't think this is like, oh, I'm going to short the crap out of it like that. Just know that on Bitcoin, the EMAs were converging and looking like they were failing. Ethereum is not doing that. You see, this is already converging and price action is above, so that's good. But if price action comes under this and closes while this is converging, it will be a trap, a bull trap like this. It'll be a bull trap to take all the money back down, like how it did this shit right here. So just be careful about that. And it does this a lot, guys. This is not the first time it does this a lot, a lot, a lot. Even if this crosses, it can come up and then find rejection as a lower high. But I don't even think it's gonna cross because it's already showing you the rejection like in your face right now. So just be careful about that. This little shooting candle right here is a retail trick. Usually it's a reversal. When you see this in a green, the next day is usually red. When you see this in red, the next day is usually green. I don't know why it does that. It just does it. If you find it on top, it's usually a red. And if you find it on the bottom, where it's a green one on the bottom of the consolidation, usually the next day will be red. Like I can't even show you an example, but yeah, I'll show you that another time. You can't see it on dailies, but you'll see it on like 4-hour and 15-minute chart and all that. Like I was saying, we are converging on this daily between this 55 and these convergence of the 21 and 9 EMA on Bitcoin. On Ethereum, we have not gotten there yet. And what we are doing is we're trying to get above the price action like on what it did on Bitcoin. So we can pop up over here into this like $1,500 area or 1480 is where our resistance is at, and it's also the top of the channel, and then we can have these EMAs converge and then we can roll all over and trap the long. So don't be getting too bearish here. Once we break above here, you can use your this as support for your long, and if we break under here, you can use this as your resistance for your short to the downside. If you go to the downside, look for profit on the bottom of the channel like 250, 1250, sorry, and then after that 1250 level, you're gonna have to be cautious for us to actually go to much lower levels, because your last level of support is this block between 1000 and 1250. Once we break into that, your next is going to be 954 to 857, basically the previous low, just like on Bitcoin. After that, I can give you new levels, but you know, it is what it is right now. It doesn't look that healthy, and today is the day for it to tell us, hey, the lower high is being set, and the only way you can do that is by closing at a higher stance than it is now, above the 21 EMA, and for Bitcoin to continue up as well. As long as it can do that, then we should be safe for a continuation to the upside. Here, looking at Ethereum on a 4-hour, you can see we are basically consolidating and just squeezing in between these two ranges. The levels are getting to the upside, as in higher lows have started from going down and then sideways, and now we are starting this uptrend. So hopefully this uptrend continues. We can use this 100 EMA as support and then break into above this mid channel. Once you break above the mid channel, you can use this 1380 as support for looking to the higher levels for resistance. I would say our first stop would be around 1420, and then see if we can actually clean that with a 4-hour opening close. Then we could look for extension higher, like 1470, 1480 area. If we find rejection here and roll over, that would not surprise me. We would basically just do a liquidity grab of this level and then pull on down to the lower levels for support. And your first warning will be as soon as you lose the 21 EMA at around 1350. But then as soon as 1314 hits, you know that you need to get out of this long and maybe start hedging a short if you don't want to get out of it and wait for some downside. So be careful. Right now, this is winding up for a poke higher, it looks like. And once the poke higher comes, if it gets rejected, then I can understand. But finding a little bit of resistance right here by the mid of the channel makes sense. It's just you don't get too many opportunities to poke up. You see, you get this double tap, drop, double tap, drop, double tap. Are we going to get a drop now? If so, you have been forewarned. All right, guys. Well, that's Bitcoin and Ethereum for you guys. I try to give you guys the exact numbers because some people are confused as to what to be doing. So I can't make it any easier than give you the exact numbers, exact levels, and exact strategy to follow. I can't make it any easier. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to leave it in the section below in the comment section. If you would like to join us on our Discord, it's in the description of this video below. Feel free to join and yeah, ask questions, concerns, whatever you guys need. I'm here for you. I'll be on the Discord throughout the day, but I do have a full-time job, so please be patient with those responses. I'll get to you as I can. And last but not least, if there are other assets you would like to cover, please feel free to ask me in the comment section. I will get you those charts. Please, if you could do me a solid, like the video, press the thumbs up button, write me a comment in the comment section below. It really helps the YouTube algorithm spread my videos so I can keep doing this and hoping to do this forever for you guys. Also, don't forget that we have a membership a section for the Discord. It's $20 a month. Anyone who pays the entry fee, which is the $20, at any point this year, you'll be in the members and you won't have a bill due again until January 1st. It's holiday season, so that's my way of giving back. I plan on charging whoever wants to be in members that one $20 fee to get in, and then you don't have to worry about anything until January 1st. So hopefully you have time to make enough nest egg to be ready for the next whole year of membership. Aside from that, guys, if there's anything I can do to improve, please feel free to let me know. I'm all ears, and I'm always trying to improve myself to make sure that I'm delivering you guys the content you guys deserve, okay? The value and the content you guys deserve. So thank you so much for watching these videos. Aside from that, guys, have a great day, be safe, and I'll be here on the sidelines if you need me. Talk to you soon. Thank you.